Hokken! Can't get enough Hokken. It's Argos Anonymous time again. My name is Adam. It's box number 3, Echoes of Hokken. What do you think we're going to get this time? Another number 13 full art serial foil? Another Zane box cover? What do you think? Zane? Yes? No? Pick it. You got 2 seconds to pick. Zane or no Zane? How lucky do you feel? It's a... God! Oh, what do you know? It's a Zane. Who could have guessed that? All right, we'll just put him over there. No, that's fine. That's fine. I love basic units. No, it's okay. We're a couple Zanes deep, not gonna lie, but I'll just trade them. I'll trade for the ones I need. I'm sure at the end of the day, there are probably an equal number of Zanes as there are Nefaria and Hadir and all that stuff. So I'll just trade my Zane to you Zane lovers out there, and let's get rolling. So we're trying to figure out what? We're trying to figure out how many shard points come in a box on average, probably 20 to 25, but I don't know. We're trying to figure out if there's some kind of link between the serial numbers that you pull, because we pulled 2 number 13 serial numbers out of this case so far, which is kind of interesting. We're looking for crazy shenanigans like, are golden tickets still a thing even? I don't even know. We're trying to talk about new combos and new formats and all kinds of fun stuff, but in the context of Hokken. So speaking of, some people are playing where just to spice things up. Of course, you can play with all your cards, which is great. Some people, we talked about Legend League a little bit, but some people are also playing where they only allow Hokken cards, which, it does actually open up quite a lot of styles of play that you might have not have normally gone to. If you don't have to be afraid of like infinite Sylphia loops all the time, or Matile loops, or like, super Agrolium, then suddenly the world is your oyster and you can try a whole lot of different things. So I would suggest, if you do ever find yourself kind of feeling like a little change is fun, try Legend League or try like Hokken. I don't know, that's not even really a format yet, but Hokken format. And just spice it up because it's such a fun set and it deserves you. It deserves your attention so that you can enjoy it because it's just really fun. It's really fun. All right, moving on here. This is going to be, I needed this, by the way. I need these for my Bronto deck. This Brontorian Herd Mother is fantastic, but it's a 6 cost. That's the trick. If it were a lower cost, it would be just way too good. And I suppose that's the thing. Because what you can do is, it can't be targeted by spells or abilities. And then whenever a dinosaur, including this one, is put into the discard zone, you can deal damage. Oh yeah, for a second there I didn't realize it was you control. It threw me off. All kinds of broken shenanigans just ran through my mind. But no, whenever a dinosaur you control is put into the discard zone, you can deal damage equal to this card's power to target unit your opponent controls. So basically it's an eye for an eye. If they kill one of your things, or if you kill one of your things for that matter, you get to kill one of theirs. And it's going to help you keep the board clean in the late game, especially because dinosaurs have a lot of power, so you'll be killing almost anything. Nice foil common Shardwork Titan. Yeah, so, but then again, it is a 6 cost, so, don't go nuts. You can't go putting a bunch of high-end stuff in your deck. If it's too back-end heavy, then you gonna die. Hokken here, I like this guy in my Beast Elemental deck because he replaces himself. And normally he's a 500, which is kind of piddly, but in a Beast Elemental deck, the whole deck pumps everything up. So this 500 flying bunny becomes a tower breaker in a heartbeat if you have Hadir or Satovis, and if you have Forge of the Fallen Leaf, and if you've got that sprite that, what is it called? That elemental sprite that gives something plus 1,000 till the end of the turn. There's a lot of ways to pump a bunny into a tower breaker, and then when the bunny dies, he replaces himself, which gives you a +1 on your opponent, especially if he actually wasted a spell killing your bunny. Then he just starts falling behind. Now maybe people are starting to play with more target attack, I suppose. That could kill your bunny, unless you pump it up and you kill their beast. But let's see. Time will tell. A lot of people are just experimenting with the format, which is cool. Gosh, these penguins are just insane, right? Look at this guy. I like how serious they made them. Like this is, you can picture this. This is a penguin civilization. This is a whole culture. You clearly have like hierarchies and it's organized and these guys are ready to roll. It's very funny. Really enjoying it. Nice foil common, Disciple of Hope. Got a little rainbow glow to him. And a Shardwork Dragon. The only dragon in Hokken, I think, right? So for people who loved Dragonholt and Dragon decks, you didn't get nothing. You got this. And sure, you have to animate him to attack, but he's only a 2-cost, 2,000 quickness, which is really good. You know, like the other quickness units we were seeing were like a 4-cost for a 2,000 power. So here's a 2,000 power. Basically a 3-cost lets you rush with it right away, which is a good card, no doubt. It is no doubt a good card, even outside of a Shardwork deck. That is a good card. So you can just slot it into your Dragon deck should you so desire. Another nice big Arbiter. Again, cheating these things into play is a nice idea, and ignoring the effects of an opponent's tower is a nice idea. But it comes at the cost of exhausting your own units, which in Argent Saga exposes them to attack. Definitely something you want to consider in your strategies if you plan on using Arbiters. Maybe you could use them if you've got a bunch of ruined units that you plan on killing off anyway. Then it doesn't matter. You expose them and then you say, "Come at me, bro." That'd be kind of fun. Kind of fun, I suppose. All right, what else are we going to get in here? Another Arbiter. Cool, we'll just chuck him on the stack. And Hunt of the Night Riders. Sacrifice. I actually really like this card because you know we're seeing these units that can't be targeted. Well, this Hunt of the Night Riders doesn't have to target. You sacrifice one of yours, and if you do, you get to search for a Night Rider, and your opponent sacrifices a unit. So that gets past, I believe, sacrifice gets past Immortal, things that can't be destroyed. It definitely doesn't target, so it gets past that. And if you sacrifice this rogue on your end, it just comes back to your hand, and then your opponent has to sacrifice something. You keep doing it again and again and again. You can clear your board, clear their board in a nice, satisfying way. And lo and behold, perfect timing. Nice Argent rare. Melonite's Archmagus. So Evie, I think it is probably pronounced. Evie is an interesting 3-cost, 1,500 power. You can sacrifice her, and you get to destroy 2 units, and then destroy target units. So again, if you target her, you can target herself if you want to, because she does have a ruined ability that lets you recur a ruined unit from your discard zone, put it back into play. But you can also sacrifice a very horde, which replaces itself, or that rogue, which goes back into your hand. I mean, if your deck is built for it, you could theoretically keep popping her off and just destroying units, you know. But worst case scenario, she comes out, you kill 2 things, trigger a couple of ruined abilities, and you get to kill one of their things in the process. It's kind of cool. It's got some potential, and it's only a 3-cost, so it fits into a lot of places pretty easily. Relatively early game. These Elemasters are mostly just fun. Okay. So what do we need? We need a secret rare, and what do you think? We're gonna get another full art foil. I kind of think we're not, because I just feel too lucky. This case has just been, those 2 back-to-back number 13s just make me think I'd be getting greedy if I were hoping for yet another full art serial foil. But who knows? I guess it could happen. Man, there's a lot of chaos unfolding in the world of collectible card games nowadays. People are angry about a lot of random stuff, but maybe that's just everything now, you know, not just card games. People are just plain angry. There's our mob. So we talked about this in the last video. This is a really good card because think about it. If at the end of the day you're exchanging cards for cards all the time, you play something, they play response. You play something, they play response. Mob is an instant +1 because you play her, and when she arrives, your opponent discards a card. But then when she dies, they discard a card also, right? Or you bring a card back. So even if she does nothing but arrive and then die, it's an instant +1 as far as like cards in your hand are concerned. If you find a way to actually manipulate those effects even further, then it's even more. But it's a really good card, and appropriate rarity of super rare. That's definitely going to see some play. Nice foil Llanowar Elves. I mean, Zanamian Dryad. Put her over there, and there's our secret. Oh man. Conga, the Sacred Forest Beast King. So this is going to go into your Hadir Beast Elemental decks because this guy is both a beast and an elemental. It makes beast and elemental units cost 1 less to play. And whenever a beast or elemental unit you control declares an attack, you can bounce an opponent's unit back into their hand. So you're clearing the board, you're making your stuff come up faster, and it does recur a 3-cost beast when it dies. So this is that thing we said you could play with, that Beast King's Awakening, that super rare card. You play like a Conga, and you can get it out on turn 3, which is pretty sweet. And then, because he is both a beast and an elemental unit, then Beast King's Awakening allows you to then draw a card to replace itself. So it's pretty slick. It is legendary, so you can only have one in a deck, so it's not going to be like a super consistent combo, but man, when it does happen, it is going to be satisfying. Then again, if you're playing with Vabriel's Gift, you could pretty much always gift for this on turn 2, unless you draw it. You basically have 4 chances to get it, right? You have 3 gifts, and you've got one of these in your deck. You've got a mulligan at the beginning. So you could end up, I guess, with some consistency, the Beast King's Awakening, the Conga, or all of those Vabriel's Gifts in your hand, and then you'll put the pieces together and play them. But then what? Then he'll just delayed poison your Conga, and it'll die at the beginning of your next turn. Or he'll do some air shenanigans and get rid of it, or Sylphia on turn 4 and just put it on the bottom of the deck. That's the problem with those Congos. If you rely too heavily on a combo, then you're probably just going to end up frustrated. You might get like a couple of good games off of it, but then you'll just get frustrated. Man, we did not hit as many shard points in this box, did we? I guess they were all in the last box, because we had 4 of these 10 shard point cards in the last box. Now we just have 1. So, okay, we're starting to kind of figure that out. The RNG gods are toying with us. And a Primeval Roar, and an Aurelian Ursa. Cool, man, I dig it. So we've got some nice soups. Got the Mom's a great soup. Couple of good Arbiters. Any more Arbiters? No, just the 2 Arbiters. Aurelian Ursa is gonna be a fun card to play around with. Costs 4, so again, not mind breaking, but it's gonna be fun. And then what was our Argents? Oh yeah, the Herd Mother, Evi, Conga. This is a nice box. No cereals, but again, we would have been getting greedy. And gosh, just Zane, just so many Zane. I do hope we get a couple of non-Zane box toppers. Wasn't the first one? I guess the first one was Nefaria, right? Okay, so I guess it's just been 2 Zane. Oh, and the cereal Zane. That's why I'm Zane crazy. All right, guys, stay tuned for some more Hokken shenanigans. Argos out.